What up? How we doing? Welcome back, Jake Ellenbogen channel here on YouTube. Appreciate you guys. We have 18 people in here. I literally threw this up about 5 minutes ago. I wasn't debating whether or not to go live. I was debating whether or not to schedule my streams or I should just do them spur of the moment. I feel like I schedule them and they get like the same type of, I don't know. You guys let me know. But we got some stuff to talk about. And I mean, as you guys know, this has become a sports and entertainment channel. So I'll start with the big news, the news that just came out, or rather, the news I just found out about. Wolverine is coming to Disney Plus. So it's in early development. I want to get your guys' thoughts on that, but the Wolverine anthology series is coming to Disney Plus. I find that very interesting. What's up, Gus? Vixper, how we doing? A Green Substance, Masanori, Eric, Ruiz, Junkyard, how we doing? Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about the Aaron Donald thing, but I had to point that out. And I want everyone's thoughts on the Wolverine thing because that... Who do you guys... All right, let's start off with this. For those of you who don't like the MCU, I'm not going to keep, digging on this. We're going to go back and forth. We're going to go through all these topics. But everyone that does like the MCU or likes X-Men, drop your fan cast below of who you... Not who you think will, but who you want to play Wolverine. Because they have not named a lead yet. We don't have any information on that, but we do have the fact a report did come out today that Wolverine... This is a legit report. It's not one of those, fake news things. It's a legit report. Wolverine is coming to Disney Plus. I don't think Hugh Jackman is going to reprise. But I would love it. I just don't think it's going to happen. What's up, Chantry? I saw you earlier on the Fila Sports podcast that I was on. I need more details on if Aaron Donald gets suspended or not. You guys already know who I want casted as Wolverine. I want Harry Potter. That's right. Daniel Radcliffe, baby. Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, they definitely want to build the character. I wouldn't be against them doing that, but I'd be all for Daniel Radcliffe. Everyone always said, well, Hugh Jackman's not, he's too big. He's not short enough. Okay, grab Daniel Radcliffe. Just saying. I'm actually going to look it up right now because there's a picture that is so perfect that you guys probably have seen it before. But if not, I'm going to bring it up real quick because, yeah, it's perfect. All right. Let's see here. Yep. Daniel Radcliffe? Yeah, he's... You guys will know what I mean in just a sec. Just bear with me one sec. I'm going to put this thing up. I'm going to go here. And we're going to throw this in here. Okay. All right. There it is. There's the next Wolverine. Come on, guys. Tell me you don't dig that. Huh? I don't know. It looks legit. But yeah, I won't bore you. All right. So, Daniel Radcliffe as Wolverine. We got that out of the way. He's a phenomenal actor. Maybe not. All right. So the Aaron Donald thing. My thoughts on that. I feel like a lot of the fans were way too quick to just trash this poor guy. And I'm not talking about AD. Hear me out. This guy who he, popped or whatever, beat the crap out of. Allegedly. Everything's allegedly. We don't know what happened. I have no clue what happened, but I will say this. I don't think, one, Aaron Donald handled this situation correctly. And from the way it sounds, it seems like even if this guy is completely changing his story over and over again, not sticking to it, it does seem a bit like 80, you're better than that. You're the best player in the NFL. Why are you doing something like that? I just don't know why somebody that caliber is fighting pedestrians on the side. Now, again, everything's allegedly. I was not there. We don't have video. Like, we don't know how it came about, but it doesn't sound like it was for a good reason, and I'm kind of inclined to believe it wasn't. Look, I'm not, like, anti-violence because I obviously love boxing and I love MMA, but those are also sports. Like, I'm not a fan of just picking a fight, especially when you're AD. When you're Aaron Donald, you're Aaron freaking Donald. You are arguably the greatest player to ever play the game. Why are you fighting some guy at a bar at 2 a.m.? I can't subscribe to that being the right choice in mind. I understand the fans. I myself, of course, being a Rams fan, I'm a fan of Aaron Donald. Initially, my first thought was like, but then I was like, well, innocent until proven guilty. But I gotta say, before we have the details, though, we can't decide if he's innocent or guilty. But I will say that regardless of all of this, it's a poor decision to even put yourself in that position. I don't know. That's my take on that. I don't know what you guys think. I don't think he'll be suspended unless it comes out like something bad. But I mean, if it was a fight and he won the fight, I mean, it's still, if he punched the guy first, that's assault and battery. But I think he's gonna. I don't think it's. I mean, Higbee was more justified, but Tyler Higbee actually got jail time, I believe, because he almost killed the guy. No, I agree with that. I mean, it doesn't seem like him to just go up and attack somebody, but hey, you never know. I don't know him personally, so. He hit him. He hit him first and broke his wrist. I didn't even get that. I feel like there's new stuff about that's coming out like every second I look. If that is what happened, yeah, that'd be self-defense. I mean, yeah, there's a there's a good chance anytime something like this happens, somebody wants money. You're dealing with an NFL superstar. He's going to have a lot of money, so I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. Yeah, I mean, I want money too. I want to do this full time. I've said that. And guys, when I do, I'll remember every single one of you that were here for these live streams that had 29 viewers in them. I'm just saying. Especially my members. I'll remember you guys for sure. My ankle was snapped by home intruders. I got nothing. Oh, Jesus. You should have left. You should have let off with I'm okay, but my God. Appreciate you, ADM. Yeah, they tend to. So, kind of moving on, Justin Fields today had his second pro day. What are you guys' thoughts on Justin Fields? I actually put out my top 10 quarterbacks and top 10 running backs. I'll do a video on it. Probably each position group. What's up, Rams House? How we doing? I'll do a video on each position group, but for the most part, I think Fields is being slept on, and I want to see a team like New England or Washington trade up and get him, personally. If you missed me earlier, I was over on Forever I Love Atlanta Sports. We were talking about the Rams. We were talking about the Falcons. We were talking about the NFL draft as a whole. It's a lot of fun. You can go check that out. It's in my community section, where I post like crazy. People probably get sick of it. What's up, 2 Sports? How we doing? I don't automatically have Zach Wilson going to the Jets. Ooh, you do not. What do you think of Mac Jones? He's my QB6. The thing with Mac Jones, I mean, as you guys know, I like Bama, but Mac Jones to me has a really high floor, but I don't think he has that high of a ceiling. I actually like Davis Mills ahead of him. I think Mills is being a little underrated, except then all of a sudden I see on ESPN he's going in the first round in a mock draft, so apparently he's not underrated anymore. But I like Mills. I think he operates Kyle Shanahan's offense very well if he goes there. I think that'd be a good fit. He could be kind of your he could be your security deposit, so to speak. Remember, a few years back when a while ago when RG3 was drafted and they drafted Kirk Cousins, and I'm sure they don't regret doing that. Well, funny enough, with that, they have an opportunity to draft a guy at 3 and then take an insurance run and go after, somebody like Davis Mills. So we'll see if they do that. I think that would make sense, but oh, thanks, Paul. Yeah, my computer's great. I'm actually using my laptop to stream because my computer is not allowing me to connect my Canon, which is totally fine. It allows me to have full access to the internet here. I can use all the programs. Don't have to worry about slowing down my computer while this is streaming. The stream is taking up all of my CPU, so obviously it doesn't need it all. So it's focusing on that. So that's a good thing. So I'm able now. I have 2 computers. I have this one set up. I would totally show you, but I don't know how far I could stretch this thing. Not very far. Not very far at all. Well, I guess you're just going to have to use your imagination. So overall, if you guys are interested to know, I got the Mac Mini M1. So it has the M1 chip, the Silicon, by Apple, and it is phenomenal. I can do things so much quicker. I can have all sorts of apps open. Highly recommend. I got it for a little under $1,000. Thing runs fast, way faster than my laptop. So, it runs faster than most things. So, what's up, All-Star? Welcome, everyone. Damn. Start this spur of the moment on a Wednesday, and here we are. Let's go. Jody, how we doing? Hell yeah. That gets me fired up. I love seeing that number of people that come in keep going up. I mean, because duh, right? We all want growth, but it's cool because I don't understand it. Like, all of a sudden it starts to go up. What I can say is if you like what you're hearing, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, because as soon as you hit that thumbs up button, you're telling YouTube that, hey, by the way, I like this, and I think that you should deliver everything that this person's saying, this video, to everyone on YouTube. That's what you're doing when you hit that thumbs up button. And then that's how we get more people. Also, if you're new here, welcome. Hope you stay a minute or so. And be sure to hit the subscribe button. Stick around. We talk about sports. We talk about entertainment, MCU, movie reviews. Mainly, I say sports, but let's be honest here. We've become pretty much a football channel, have we not? I mean, I only want to talk about football. I'm always welcome to answering questions about basketball and so forth, but I really feel like my bread and butter's always been football. Also, so I have something in the works. I know you guys probably know I retired from writing, so I don't write articles anymore. But recently, I agreed to do a guest. How do I put this? I agreed to guest write, so I'm coming out of my retirement, so to speak. Guest write for a draft guide for Sports Illustrated. So you'll have to keep that in mind. I'm working with some great people, and it's just going to be a guest writing spot, but I'm going to be doing a Rams. I'm going to be the quote unquote Rams expert in that that draft guide. So I will get you details on that when it comes out. I still have not written it yet, but that is in the works right now. So, you know, we're making moves. I mean, we're always making moves, right? But, you know. Oh, by the way, this is sponsored by Manscaped, if I didn't tell you. And by the way, you can go over to manscaped.com now, later, whenever. Type in promo code JKB and get 20% off of all sorts of things and free shipping, like ball trimmers, nose trimmers, boxers, ball deodorant, foot deodorant, all sorts of stuff. If you want it, Manscaped probably has it. All right. I'm not. So apparently now I'm Julian Edelman. This is great. Do I get to go to the Hall of Fame too? Hey, I love that Junkyard Dog. I want to get to 10K as quickly as I can, but I'm not gonna press. I'm not gonna start coming out clickbait. We're gonna get there naturally. We're gonna get there when we get there, because I'm gonna work my tail off, and you guys will continue to support me, and appreciate you with that. But I just, you guys know, I hate clickbait. I hate it when I was writing. I really hate it now that I'm doing video. So, Coach, how we doing? Yeah, right? Yeah, of course you do. Yeah, so Green Substance, during the draft, there's going to be a draft show. It's me, Alexis, and Adam Grego, who is my cousin. We do the AJ show together. Alexis and I do the Downtown Rams podcast together. And we're going to be live streaming during the NFL draft. So I hope you all are there to join. It will be on this channel. It will be on the AJ show channel. It will be on the Alexis Craft channel. It will be on Downtown Sports Network channel. We will have it everywhere, so there's no excuse for you not to be able to see it. No, I'm kidding. But I appreciate you guys to join, and I'll try to answer questions as much as possible. It can be hectic, so I'm warning you. I'm going to try to answer questions, but we get bombarded with questions and so forth, and we're trying to, of course, keep up with the content and everything as the draft rolls on. So it can get a little overwhelming. I think night one, there's more breathing room. But night two and day three, it's like Speedy Gonzalez level stuff. Samuel, I'm so disappointed in you. No, I'm kidding. Hey, the draft, I mean, we all have different opinions and whatnot. Cam McGrone to me is somebody, I think he takes great angles. Shout out to the dude that just hit the thumbs down button. Really appreciate you. Hope you had a blessed day. But no, the Cam McGrone, I think he takes the best angles in the draft of any linebacker. Good athleticism, actually a lot better, tested a lot better than I expected. And I like his overall size, his demeanor, and somebody that I think was really a key cog in that, Michigan Wolverines defense. Let's see. Someone asked about Alexis Kraft. When is Alexis coming to YouTube? She's got 54 subs right now. She is coming to YouTube soon. She'll probably put out her first video, and assuming she comes to New York, she'll put out her first video, I'd assume. So keep in mind that could be dropping. Probably an ASMR video. I know what you're thinking. Not like a true ASMR video, but more of like a ASMR mixed with sports, or she'll make it fun. She's a comedian. What can I say? So yeah, that's what I like to hear, and I'm subbed to all those channels because you're my guy. A Green Substance. You've been here. You're an OG. You've been here since the beginning. I know who's been here since the beginning. And the people that have been here for 5 minutes or since the beginning, I love all of you. I'm just saying, I recognize when people have been with me for a while. I do notice that. The only ASMR I'm willing to hear. Yeah, you and me both, man. I don't listen to that ASMR stuff. Alexis, she got me to laugh, though. Especially when she was recording it right here. I was over, I was drinking I was eating, pizza, and this is after the draft, so I was eating pizza, and I was drinking orange vanilla Coke, and she just kept, I don't know, she was making me laugh. I was making her laugh, and the whole thing was just funny. Jake, what do you think will happen to Jimmy G this season? I don't know. We'll see. I know Steve Weiss seems to believe that there's a possibility that he would go back to New England if it became available. You're mad that A-Rod is getting married? Oh, she's mad. Duh. I know what you mean. Aaron Rodgers. I was like, A-Rod, didn't he just totally get, he totally split up with... Hey, appreciate you, ADM. Would you rather Rams trade back or take someone at 57? I guess it depends. It depends who's available at 57, because if it's somebody I really want, I'll obviously want to stay there. But like I said, it really depends on who's available there. I'm starting to wonder if Dylan Moses is going to fall because of his injury. But then, if somebody, say, Creed Humphrey's available, I'd have a hard time trading out. I think they're more likely to trade their 3rd round pick, the 88th pick, because they have the 103 to fall back on. What's happening, LA Rams? How we doing? Hey, Henry. Yeah, not much. Yeah, my thoughts on the AD situation. We need more info, of course. I don't think that we should be calling him innocent or guilty. I just think he's guilty in a sense. He put himself in a position to be in that position. To me, he's the best player in all of football. Why are you out at 2 a.m. getting into fights? I don't know. But we need to know more. It's that simple. I'm not hating on him or anything like that. That was just my take. Jimmy going to play 6 games this season, then Justin Fields is going to step in. Jimmy will be hurt by then. Man, if they get Justin Fields, they should just play him immediately because Fields is awesome. Him or Lance. I don't buy it. I mean, I'd like it if they got Jones, because they'd be passing on premier talent. Coach knows, because I'm not a Niners fan. But in my unbiased opinion, in my actual football fandom, like not Rams. So like push away the Rams for a second. As a football fan wants to see, Fields or Lance there. Would you want a center, MLB, or middle linebacker, or offensive line? At 57 or like in general? Because at 57, I'm going probably best available of those three. My mock draft I just did with Alexis, you can find on the Downtown Rams podcast. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. But we actually just did a mock draft, and I'll spoil the first pick for you, but if you want to hear the rest, you're going to have to go and listen. The first pick, I was able to get Asante Samuel Jr., so I decided to go with that. I love yawning. Okay. Is it weird that I'm getting comfortable that we don't have first-round picks anymore? No, it's not weird. Hey, Jake, what are the Rams going to do at center? Great question. What are they going to do at center? They could go after Austin Reeder. There's multiple starting centers in this draft, including Creed Humphrey, not just limited to Creed Humphrey. You have Josh Myers. You have Quinn Miners. You have Landon Dickerson, who I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole, mainly not because of talent, but because of the injury history. It's very, very ridden. You have Kendrick Green. You have Drew Dahlman. You have David Moore. There's a lot of centers out there. Good centers. Jake, honestly, are you not worried about the move Arizona is making? No. No, Arizona, I still don't think they're there yet. But credit to them for going out and trying to be there. Love Jamin Davis, but he'll probably be off the board before 57. I've seen his kind before. I'm not falling for that. I'm not falling for it. Jamin Davis is the guy that you get all hyped about. You mock him in the third or the fourth round. He ends up going in the second round. I'm telling you. I've seen this movie before. I'm sweating over here. I really hope nothing happens that affects him and the team. I don't think so. I feel the same, but I wonder if not having Brad Holmes anymore messes with that. Interesting thought. Can we finally get over the hump and beat the 49ers? I think so. You have a new quarterback that doesn't turn the ball over 4 times. Yeah, I think you could. How's it going, Jake? What do you think of Baron Browning? Hey, what's up, Jake? So Baron Browning, I haven't dove too much into. Wasn't thoroughly impressed with him. It's weird. Normally Ohio State linebackers I really like, but him and Pete Werner I was kind of low on. I need to fully go through Baron Browning. Kind of slacking on the draft stuff. Not all of it, but like the defense I really need to clean up on, because I think I've done a good job of scouting the offensive side of the ball. I haven't finalized all of them except for quarterbacks and running backs. Like they're done, signed, sealed, delivered. But I still need to do wide receivers, tight ends, offensive line, defensive line, middle linebacker, corner, safety, So as far as Baron Browning goes, I wasn't thoroughly impressed with him, but I have only seen like a game or two, so I need to dive more in. But Pete Werner, I didn't like at all, and I don't think that's going to change. I'm not a fan. I know he tested well, but I just don't think he has the athleticism like that on film that I noticed. And he can't cover, in my opinion. As long as Cliff Kingsbury is the coach, I'm not worried about the Cards. I think you're underestimating Cliff, ADM. That's just me. Shavonte Day, how we doing? I really like the Boston College linebacker. Who is the Boston College linebacker? Oh my God. Why can't I find him? Isaiah McDuffie. I have nothing on him. Nothing in my reports here. Okay. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to do some research on him and watch some film. No Jones, he's good, but a running quarterback changed things. Kittle will be a 1,300-yard tight end with Justin. Oh, I absolutely agree with you, Coach. I'm right in that boat, 100%. Totally agree. Getting Jones makes no sense when you have a guy like Kyle Shanahan. They do so many things very well. And then, keep this in mind. So on top of the fact that you have an opportunity to get Fields or Lance, keep this in mind. They're built to last for those quarterbacks. They're actually built perfectly for those quarterbacks. Do you know why? Because they're wide receivers. Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel and George Kittle at tight end. They do a great job of getting open. And you'll notice that they improvise. Just because their route is dead in the water, they don't just give up on a play. So their ability to improvise and the ability of a Justin Fields or a Trey Lance to improvise, to me, is a match made in heaven and would be a total shame if they didn't choose those, except the fact that I'm a Rams fan and I would be okay with it. Who's a guy in the draft that's getting crazy hype, but you're not high on? Kwity Paye. I have nothing against him personally. I don't see what everyone else sees in him. I just don't. But that's a great question. I'm an OSU fan. The backers struggled at times against elite backs. Interesting. I'm pretty sold that I'm not gonna like Werner. Baron Browning, I'm gonna have to go back to the tape and actually dive into it. Kingsbury isn't the worst coach, but in the NFC West, he's bottom 2 next to Pete Carroll. I hate yawning. I don't know why I do it so much when I'm on here. I don't yawn all day, and then all of a sudden I have to yawn like crazy. I don't know. Maybe it's the way I'm sitting. Throws my body off. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, Oregon State, Ohio State, or Oklahoma State fan. He's talking about Ohio State, I assume. Those crossing routes they run? Yeah, no, absolutely. How would you feel if Terrace Marshall fell to us at 57 when we took him? He ran a 4.38 and make your receiving core unstoppable, better looking long term. Anthony, I see where your thoughts, your thought process is, but I just feel like, at 57, to grab a receiver there, I just feel like you end up having to trade, Woods or Kupp next year, which I don't want to do. So I don't know. I think I'd pass. Receiver, I probably don't look at since they got Deshaun Jackson. I don't look at receiver until. See what I mean? What is this? Why am I still yawning? I don't think they look at receiver until the 4th round. How do you like Sam Darnold getting traded to the Panthers? Great question. Love it. First off, he's getting Joe Barry, who's one of the best young offensive minds in football. So right off the bat, there you go. He has a great coach, a culture-changing coach that's already done it with Temple and Baylor, a Baylor program that was in shambles, and he took them back to the promised land. And that is Matt Rule. Matt Rule was in a lot of games last year, a lot of close games. Teddy Bridgewater made some mistakes in the 4th quarter. Played well for the first 3 quarters. He also played without Christian McCaffrey. I do think that held him back. So now Sam Darnold has an offensive-minded coach, a very good one at that, a good young one in Joe Brady. And then he has, Christian McCaffrey at running back. He has wide receivers in DJ Moore, David Moore, and Robbie Anderson, who he already has familiarity with. Go out and get him a legit tight end, and he's got a lot of weapons there. Then you look at the offensive line. Pretty much everyone's back. Defense is starting to really emerge, going out and getting Jeremy Chin and Brian Burns over the last few drafts. Signing Hassan Reddick, signing Shaq Thompson to a long-term deal. I like what they're doing. Dante Jackson in the secondary. They added AJ Boye. So I think the Sam Darnold fit there is great. Looking forward to it. What do you think about the running back from Clemson, Travis Etienne? He came in as my 5th running back in the draft. I know a lot of people were surprised by that. I don't see what everyone else sees in him as far as being this can't-miss receiving threat. I'm not the biggest fan of his receiving ability. I don't think he's like this special receiving back. I do think he does a nice job as far as contact balance. He runs kind of awkward, so you can trip him up. But if you hit him, you try to hit him in the chest or something like that, he can break a tackle. He can stay on his feet. He's a really good back. I have him as a late 2nd, early 3rd round grade. That's kind of where I'm at on him. Where do you think the tackle from Oregon will go? Well, now the question is, does Atlanta get him? Because Atlanta could grab him and then kick either Jake Matthews or Caleb McGarry. They could kick them inside at guard. I think they'd consider that because, to be honest with you, they restructured Matt Ryan. So it's going to be harder to get rid of Matt Ryan. And I kind of think it rules out the fact they're going to draft a quarterback in a sense, but we'll see. NFC West is a cheat code. It is. ADM, how would you feel about Quinn Miners at 57? I think it's too rich. I think he's 88th overall, maybe even get him at 103. 57, I just don't buy into the hype. Don't overdraft him because he's the talk of the town. I will say that. Calling it now, Coleman Shelton is going to be your starting center. God help us all. If AD punched that guy, he'd still be sleeping. If we don't draft a center, what do we do? Sign Austin Reeder, who's still a free agent and didn't give up a sack last year. I don't know why the Chiefs moved on from him. The Niners linemen get hurt. What would Mac Jones do if he has to use his feet? Justin Fields would make up for that. Totally agree with you, Coach. I'm absolutely in agreement with you there. I just hope Snead doesn't trade down, get players that we need. I mean, it depends. If you have an opportunity to trade down, get a lot of picks, and bolster that depth, then you do it. But I know what you mean. Where did you rank Jamar Jefferson? I believe I had him at running back 9. I like him. He's probably got the best vision in the entire draft at the running back position. Who drafts Pitts? Oh, great question. Great question. I don't know. I think a team trading up might get him. But I don't know. Oh, awful. I think the Titans also will be in there. Or not the Titans, the Dolphins. Does Mac Jones have feet? Yeah. He's not fast, though. But the way you worded that was funny. Come on, guys. Hit me with questions. Keep it coming. Isn't going to be too long of a live stream since I started so late. But I figured I'd do one. And it got a decent ovation, I guess. I think ATL drafts Pitts or the Bengals. Should be interesting there. Atlanta could. Running those seam busters with him and Hayden Hurst would be nuts. The Bengals, I mean, what's the best weapon for a young quarterback? Having a security blanket at tight end. That would be their security blanket and a half. So that'd be something. No Shot, the lawyer said it was unprovoked. Interesting. Matt Goff. Where does Mond go? Well, you'd have to imagine Mond is more of a developmental guy. Could be a potential Dak Prescott in this draft. He's not going to be Prescott, but I'm saying like he could be that interesting option, like the 4th round. So my guess would be to a team that is, that has a veteran quarterback, maybe a Pittsburgh or somebody like that. Might make some sense, but it depends. Yeah, he doesn't run. I agree. The Bengals need to take Sewell. He's my number one player in the draft. Generational talent, but I don't even know if he'll make it at 5. Did you already discuss the Logan Disney Plus rumor? I personally don't think it's happening unless I see an article from Variety or Deadline, but we'll see, Jake. Yeah, I did. So what I was saying earlier is that the Wolverine it's reported that it's in early development for the Wolverine anthology, and I do actually buy into that report. That's a legit report. I don't believe it's fake news. Because the thing is, this stuff got leaked for a reason. People don't just make this stuff up. And they're not that detailed. Like, they don't just come at you and say, yeah, anthology series in early development for Disney Plus. So, what's going on, man? I hope nothing too bad happens to Darnold. Same here. I think he's going to be relatively fine, but we'll see. Did Clowney sign with the Browns, and how many years? I believe it was a 1-year, $10 million deal for Jadeveon Clowney. Aaron Donald won't be charged or miss any games. It's already been reported by several witnesses that the guy stayed the entire the entire incident and wouldn't leave it alone. He hit Donald with a bottle first. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on there. Do you think the Cowboys will have a losing record again this season? Good question. I don't know. They've improved a little bit. I don't think they'll have a losing record. There's like no cap left. It's like about $7 million, I think. You guys see what I mean? It's ridiculous. Puka Williams Jr. from Kansas. Thoughts? Love him. He was my running back. And if he was on the Rams, he'd be... If he goes to the Rams or the Patriots or with Kyle Shanahan in San Fran, he's going to really make a name for himself, I think. I don't know who Greg Cook is. Any early faves on who you'd cast as Logan or not till we get further details? Oh, yeah, absolutely, Zayas. So I was saying earlier, I'll show it again. I had Daniel Radcliffe as Logan. So that's him. I think he's the best option, personally, but I think they wasted Carl Urban on a pointless role with Scourge. I'm still pissed about that. You wasted Carl Urban in the MCU on a pointless henchman role. So dumb. Oh, that's good to know, Don. Jake, I heard LeBron James and AD will be back in a few weeks. Yeah. They're getting ready. I still think the Lakers repeat this year, but we'll see. The man that picks a fight with AD deserves his face kicked in because he is an idiot. Well, I got to tell you, I wouldn't pick a fight with AD. Would not be me. Could not be me. What's up, Rob? Killer graphics guy in the house. If Dak is healthy, I think they win the division, to be honest. I don't know. Washington, they are loaded. And if Ryan Fitzpatrick plays any semblance of average football or slightly above average football, Come on now. Like, what they're doing, Washington has really improved. And then the Giants love what they're doing. They go out, they get Kenny Golladay. They're getting Saquon Barkley back from injury. They got Adoree Jackson. I really like what the Giants are doing. You know, they have pieces like Blake Martinez. They kept Leonard Williams in the building. They stuck with Daniel Jones in a league where everyone seems to want to crap all over their second-year quarterback. The Giants are standing by him. So we'll see if it works. I hope it does for their sake, but we'll see. Jake, can you answer my question that was on top of the Wolverine question? Oh, yeah, sorry. I probably missed that, Henry. Or I ignored it because I don't like you. No, I'm kidding. Okay, where is it? Why am I not? Oh. I'm using two computers, so I'm all confused right now. Jake, what stops the Rams from signing a player like Austin Reeder, who, like you say, didn't allow a sack last year? It should be clear as day to sign him, but they never pulled the trigger. It's a good question. I think... I don't know. I actually don't have a logical explanation for why they wouldn't have signed him or Blythe. I think they're talking about like chump change at that point, but I'm sure they have a plan. I'm sure Carberry has basically stated who he wants, and you know they're riding with their new offensive line coach. I think that's really what it comes down to. Personally. Let's see. Second or third round for Puka? I mean, the talent is there for sure. He's got a little bit of a cloudy history. So, you know, with that, we don't know for sure what happened at KU, but he was accused of allegedly hitting a girl. I don't know how that whole thing went, but it wasn't good. Like, he got suspended and everything. But I don't know how that entirely went down, and we don't know for sure what happened. And I'm not going to say right on here that he was guilty of it. But I don't think, for that reason, I don't think he's going to go that high. Plus, he also played at KU, so people are going to forget about him. How drunk do you need to be to hit Aaron Donald? Yeah, right? Good point. Let's see. It's crazy how, like, YouTube literally hates me. Because I'll be, like, here and I'll be like, oh, okay, I'll look at that comment next. And all of a sudden it gets pushed down. And you guys know I try to keep up with every comment, so. I think Puka has potential to be the next Tyreek. Maybe. Jake is a simp for Daniel. You're a wizard, Harry. Jesus. Yo, Jake, I know you will appreciate this. I've invested in over 100 Van Jefferson rookie cards, completing the rated rookie rainbow set. Say that 10 times fast. Rated rookie rainbow set. That's pretty dope, man. I have a few Van Jefferson, the mosaics. But here's the problem is that I started collecting mosaics, like thinking I was going to make all this money. And then I realized how lazy I am when it comes to shipping things. That's my biggest thing, okay? I don't like shipping things. But I'll bite that bullet because we're doing a PS5 giveaway, so. Hey, Jake, what's your take on Terrace Marshall Jr. in the draft? Any chance the Rams get him? I mean, he'd be like a second-round pick. I just don't see the point of grabbing a fifth receiver with the caliber of starting almost. Like, I don't know. It just, you don't want to logjam too much. You don't want to stunt Van Jefferson's growth, which I think is very possible that could be done. I wouldn't say shady things always happen at KU. The guy pictured with the black eye was actually Russell Wilson after that playoff game. Oof. That's going to happen to Mitchell Schwartz. What's going to happen to Mitchell Schwartz? I can't read. Rams would have to trade for T. Marsh. No way he falls to them where they're positioned in the second. What are the odds the Rams trade back with the 57th pick? I think they're realistic. I don't think they're necessarily going to do it, but I'm not going to rule it out. Comp pick calculation for Austin Reeder, that's why. Maybe, but it wouldn't. They already have it locked up. They could sign another guy and they'd still be getting the max comp picks that you can get. Austin Reeder, he played for the Chiefs, ironically. You're thinking She-Hulk or Miss Marvel show up in episode 5 of Falcon Winter Soldier? That'd be something. There's rumors about Wilson Fisk. I don't buy him. I'll be honest with you. When I said Steve Rogers wasn't dead, I was pretty sure I was kind of alluding to the fact that I think he's probably going to come back at the end. I think they're going to pay off when Torres said he's on the moon, or there's a conspiracy. But I don't know, that cameo, man. I just can't wait till it hits 3 a.m. on Friday because I will be watching and making a video. Ugh. We're tired over here. Can you not tell? We're also going to wrap it up because I'm having fun with you guys, but I got to hit the gym. And then tomorrow we'll be back for another live stream. That dude's eye after AD hit him looked like it was going to start twerking. Oof. That's a good pickup, Zayas. No way both were still casting when Falcon Winter Soldier were filming. That's a good that's good insight there. Thanks, Mark. You too. What video? You haven't watched any of my videos? Psst. I'm kidding. Thanks, ADM. You too. No way it's Fisk. It's more likely Sam Jackson. Well, so Zayas, the thing about that cameo that's really interesting, and I talked about that yesterday. Not yesterday. Monday. The cameo is going to be a character that is played by an award-winning actor, has never been seen in the MCU before, and is a big character that people will be able to recognize immediately. So big character, the last thing I'm thinking of is like a side character. And a big actor, award-winning. I already looked. John Krasinski doesn't have any awards. So it can't be Reed Richards. Potentially the Punisher, but I didn't look and see if that actor has any awards. Sorry. I mean, we'll see, guys. How good is Daniel Bruhl? He's literally stealing the show. My favorite character is Zemo. I love Zemo. Yeah, no, that absolutely rules him out. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, we don't know how this is going to connect to the whole, we don't know if it will connect to the Multiverse of Madness. It's supposedly going to be an Avengers level movie. So, I mean, I'm assuming they'll want to connect him in some way, but who knows? Oh, well, yeah, the Isaiah Bradley thing is going to get paid off in the end. So don't worry about that. We'll get Isaiah Bradley. I honestly want a flashback shot of him going up against Winter Soldier, but I know we probably won't get that. We would have gotten that earlier. This next episode is going to be so off the chain, though. Next week is the finale. We'll have all sorts of videos on this channel about it. It should be fun. And then the next week after that, we have the draft, and we'll have plenty of videos of the draft on this channel. I might go through each draft and break it all down after the draft. Like, I might go through each draft class. Oh, Jake, do you think there will be a Justice League movie against MCU? No, I do not. I do not. I think they're way too money hungry. They would never join forces like that. But it would be cool. I would definitely give you that. Oh, yeah, Walker's definitely going to end up on the Thunderbolts. It's going to be Zemo, Taskmaster, Red Hulk / Thunderbolt Ross. Maybe Yelena Belova. I don't know. Ghost. Yeah. Well, not a bad stream for Abrupt. We got 305 total views. Had some fun. But I'm going to head out of here. If you guys could, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and also check out the Downtown Rams podcast. We did a mock draft, Alexis and I, of the Rams draft. It's Rams-centric, without trades. So we did each pick, did a mock draft. Go check it out. You can find it on all podcast platforms. So go subscribe to Downtown Rams on your Apple Podcast app. If you do not have Apple, you can go to Spreaker, you can go to Spotify, you can go to iHeartRadio. We're literally everywhere, so be sure to do that for me. You guys take care. Have a great night, and we'll talk soon. Later, guys.